प्रभांशु सर के पास ही है क्या?
What makes a library truly alive? It's not just the books, it's the people behind them. In collaboration with the Lifelarian Association, we are launching Library Excellence Talks, a year long series of 54 interactive sessions designed to inspire, connect, and empower librarians across India. Each session is a free webinar open to all educators and librarians with e-certificates provided for participants. Together, let's reimagine how libraries learn, share, and grow. Library Solutions: Smarter libraries, stronger learning.
Good evening, everyone. Today, I welcome you all on behalf of Central Books and Lifelarian Association. Lifelarian is a passionate community of librarians and educators who work together to make libraries modern, creative, and future ready. It supports professional growth, sharing of ideas, and lifelong learning, while inspiring libraries to become places that truly change young mind. It gives me immense pleasure to introduce our presenter today, a passionate librarian from the Shri Ram Universal School, Hyderabad, Ms. Ankita Singh. Over to you, Ankita.
Hi, Bhavna. Thank you so much for the introduction. Namaste, everybody. Good evening. I am Ankita Singh, and I work as a junior school librarian with the Shri Ram Universal School. It's a CBSE school based out of Hyderabad. And it's been some time since I'm a librarian, but my passion for books goes a long way. I remember spending long, long hours at this nearby bookstore called The Crossword, and that was my happy place to be. Yeah, so yeah, that's me for you. Um, Bhavna, should I share my presentation right now? Or
Yes, please.
okay. So just a little bit about we do a lot of things because it's right now we might find it challenging to bring the little kids back to books because of the screen love that they have when it comes to Kindle. They want to read on Kindle, they want to watch instead of spending that patient, quiet time reading. So we have to come up with things, with activities, or with some incentives that they come back to books in some or the other way. So this is one thing I think I found out, and I really loved this particular activity, and that we do every year on year, in our library. Uh, okay, I would like to present this. Is it visible?
Yes,
Pages
it's visible. It's
okay.
visible.
Okay. Yeah, so little bit about me. This is me at work. Some activity I was explaining to grade 2 students. This is me reading Gruffalo. This is last week. And that's my daughter. So this is something called the National Jarul Book Awards. Now, I'm not sure if any one of you has been doing it or heard about it. If yes, then please let me know your opinions, your suggestions. I'm open to suggestions. But this is my one favorite activity, the awards that I do every year without fail with my junior school students, starting from grade 2 till grade 6. And now eventually they started looking forward to, when is it happening, ma'am? Please do let us know. So, firstly, this is an award that is totally student driven. They vote, they have their voice, and they want to choose out of the books that are being read out to them aloud. And this is the end process is basically voting. So they vote for their favorite book. So Jarul is Pride of India, and this is how they named this award, the Jarul Book Award. It's a pink color flower. So how I start introducing this particular thing to students is by, because this is a new word for Jarul, I get into little details of why Jarul and what is Jarul. It's a flower native to the Indian subcontinent. It's very pretty, food. And
Ankita?
probably
Ma'am, your voice is weak.
Ankita, hi. Sorry to disturb you.
And now it also happens to be the state flower.
Miss Ankita?
Ma'am, your voice is not audible, ma'am.
Your voice is weak.
We can hear your voice, Ankita. It is just that, you know, it's breaking in between.
It's lagging.
Your voice is not clear. Yes, madam.
Should I join back?
No, this is perfectly fine. It seems now. Can you please speak something?
Yeah. So should I leave the meeting and join back?
No. It's good now.
No?
It's absolutely fine now. You can kindly proceed.
Now it's clear.
Okay, fine. So why did I choose this, the Jarul Book Awards? Simply some reasons, because these awards take a list of picture books written by Indian authors and done by Indian illustrators. It is totally an Indian theme. So because what I observed over a period of time, that my children know only a very few handful of authors, for example, Sudha Murthy, R.K. Narayan, Ruskin Bond, and now J.K. Rowling, of course. But they had no idea about other Indian authors or illustrators. And for children of grade 4 and 5, if I happen to mention that let's read some picture books, they're very interesting, they're like, ma'am, are we babies? We can't be reading picture books now. So it is, according to them, they are too grown up to read picture books. So this was one way I can introduce Indian authors to them and bring them back to picture books, which is, in my opinion, it is not age specific. Picture books are for everybody. I personally love reading them. I spend most of my time reading picture books as opposed to like fat novels. I don't really do that. So this is one reason. Other can be, see, yes, obviously picture books. And it's not just picture books. We see the pictures, we judge a book, and we are done with a picture book in 5 minutes. It doesn't happen like that. Every illustrator has a different way of illustrating. Every author has a different way of authoring, writing a picture book. And illustrating a picture book is much tougher, in my opinion, than writing a story. So it takes a lot of effort and time. So it is a teamwork between the author and the illustrator, and we need to, analyze critically or appreciate a picture book in much more than one sentence. If it made me laugh, it's a good picture book. If it did not make me laugh, it's a not very nice picture book. So we really sit and observe these pictures and the picture books. Another thing, voting experience, in my opinion, very important. So children know that, yes, my parents vote once a year or once in some years, they come up with that, the voting sign on their finger, but I don't know anything about it. But I know that I can't do it, but my parents have done it. That's what the children know. This is the one that children vote, and I make sure the day of voting, they get that black ink mark on their finger. With so much of pride, they are showing to everybody, see, we voted today. So that's one experience, and it's important, children's voice, choice, and agency, because I tell them it's not a fun voting or not a fun jury that you're doing. All these votes are going to be counted and sent to the Jarul Book Award people. They are counted, and each vote counts. You minus one vote, there might be a tie between two books. So each vote will count, and so children have they make double effort. They make that conscious reading, that I have to read and vote consciously, not just in a fun. It's not fun anymore. It is fun, obviously, reading, but yes, I have to consciously vote now. Another thing is, I display the voting on the softboard in my class, in my library. So we know who voted, which section voted for which book, or which book has gotten the maximum number of votes. So children have an idea from our school which book is winning as of now. So that voting experience, children look forward to it. So I really want them to have this year on year, every year. Another thing, why I do this Jarul Book Awards every year, to build a reader community. It's not just from grade 2 and above. I specially invite our leadership, the principals, vice principal, teachers who are free to come down for 10 minutes to the library, read these long list and shortlisted picture books for Jarul, give their opinion, write on a piece of paper, review the books, talk to children who are sitting with them, reading those Jarul books, and vote for their favorite book out of 3 or out of 10, whatever. So we are building a reader community where they actually sit and discuss. No, I think I like these pictures better. The colors used in that book is much better than the colors used in this particular book. So they sit and talk about the characters, the illustrations, the story. This story made me sad. No, this story cheered me up in the end. Children are sitting and talking about it. So that's a reader community along with the leadership and teachers that I look forward to. They look forward to now after 2-3 years of doing this. When is it happening? So even they have been waiting for it. In fact, we are in the middle of Jarul right now in our school. Another thing, we do this to show, I'm sure many of you at least once in your life must have heard this. What do we do in the library? I also heard this. So this is one tangible evidence I have to show it to everybody in all the WhatsApp groups, shared with the principal, that this is one thing that we definitely do every year. And it is counted. Each vote is counted. So that's one tangible evidence that you can show that this is what we have been doing. So this is another thing very important that I touch upon. I take out all the books from the shelves that have these awards, like for example, Caldecott Medal Award. It's a silver or a golden color roundish stamp that tells you that this book has won some kind of an award. These are 3 examples that are on the screen in front of you. Big and covers that time. Sometimes the books are so good, these award-winning books, that I end up reading aloud to children.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
So this is one thing I would like to tell them. For example, we have we have something called a Parag honor list. So there are a lot of voting and jury and things that happen, so that vote for the best books or the favorite books, and it happens every year. So this is one introduction. And also I would like to tell everybody, please make sure you have these books in your library, the award-winning books. Make a list of these books. These are some of the books that I mentioned. I have many back in my library. I could not take pictures of all of them, but please Google them, Caldecott, Parag, Jarul. Please make sure you have them in your library. They are amazing picture books, and children will love, love, love to read them. And you will love reading out these books to your children. They will completely love this, and then they will know that yes, each vote counts, each award is important. When I introduced Jarul Awards for the first time in my leadership, that I want to do this. So first things first, permission for procurement of books.
Miss Ankita, your voice is breaking again. Not audible.
My voice is breaking.
Yeah.
Not all.
Can you speak
Is
something?
it better now?
Is it? It is. It is.
Is it better now?
But still, you know, it's breaking in between.
Okay, so probably I will move my place closer to my. It's the weather today is not very friendly.
I understand.
Can you give me a second, please? Probably
Sure.
I'd like to move to my Wi-Fi. It's not very friendly today. Just a second. Maybe if I switch off my camera, it's better that way. What do you say?
The voice is better now.
Okay, let me try after switching.
The voice is better now.
Oh, great. Okay. So that's one thing I found, it needed convincing permission to procure the 10 books that are a part of long list of Jarul Awards. So the 10 books are 10 new books every single year. It's better we have them in the library so that children can read those picture books, know about their authors and illustrators. And so there is some budgeting that is required every year that we will do this award. So some budget, they are not very expensive books. They are all Indian books, probably some are from Tulika publication, they are Pratham publications. They are all Indian publications by Indian authors. Not a huge budget is not required, but yes, permission to procure is required. That is one. The long list of 10 books. We start reading them. Sometimes I read them aloud. Sometimes I ask them to sit and read themselves. So there are two things that in the first year of Jarul, I did not do this, but second year I started this. First year was, obviously I was nervous. Somehow I wanted to do this, but some hit and trials, I did not know what to do. But in the end, we were successful, had our votes, and we sent it to the Jarul people. But yes, those 10 books, they wanted us to have a jury of 40 students.
Ma'am, your voice is breaking.
Okay. So I had a jury. I was supposed to have a jury of 40 students from across grade 4 and 5. Was supposed to sit and judge the long list of 10 books. So I chose 5 students from each section of grade 5, so approximately 40 students. And then they sat during their breakfast time or lunch time. They gave their time. And there is a sheet I would like to show you. This is what I gave them, that when they would be done reading those 10 books, they can fill this. Let me show you. This is the one. Is my screen visible?
Yes, it's visible.
Yeah.
It's visible, Ms.
Yes, ma'am.
Ankita.
Okay. So this is the sheet that I have taken print out of. Also, when the Jarul people send you a welcome email, they send this as an attachment also, so you can tweak it your way. So each of the 40 children are giving this score sheet to judge those 10 books. And the names are there, the rating is there, so they can rate according to. So this does not happen during the classroom session. It happens when children are done with their either during breakfast time or during lunch time. They can come down to the library, and per day they can take out time to read one book, judge, and give this sheet back to me so that I have it when next time I come. So approximately in a week or 10 days time, they are done judging the long list of 10 books. I compile the scores of my 40 students, send it to the Jarul people, and then approximately first week of October, we wait for a short list of 3 books. Those short list of 3 books, and then the entire school goes for voting. So first step was the jury, second step was the voting. Please make sure if you're doing this, voting, children love to have that black mark, ink mark on their nail. Do not miss that. Just do it with a simple pen or a permanent marker. You wash it off, it goes away. But children cherish that thing on their finger. They love it. And then by the end of, say, January, they on their website and on their Instagram handle, they post a final winning book out of those weeks. So keep an eye on their website and on the Insta handle. There's a lot of information that they share on the social media. So this is what I showed you, and this is one of the students who has been reading. There's some pictures. So this is what they love doing this. So there are 2 things I do again. For my grade 4 and 5, I make a box like a ballot box. So they can drop in their piece of paper by writing the name of the book that they finally chose as the best book according to them. Before that, I read aloud the 3 shortlisted books to them. And then they decide, write on a piece of paper, fold it and drop it in the ballot box. This is for grade 4 and 5 because they are grown-ups. Now for grade 2 and 3, because they are too young, in my experience, many students forget that if they voted or not. This is what my glitch was during the first year. I asked them to write their favorite book on a sheet of paper, fold it and drop it in the ballot box. The very next week, many students came back to me and said, I don't remember if I did that. So from the second year, this was my strategy for grade 2 and 3 because they are young. I asked them to vote in a notebook. So I have a register. Each student's name is written, and in front of their own name, they are supposed to tick under the book name that they loved. So if they come next week and say, ma'am, I don't remember if I did it or not, I have the proof and the register that see in front of your name, you have written tick mark or a cross and you have done your voting. So that worked best for me when it comes to grade 2 and 3. But 4 and 5, they do remember if they voted. So the box works best for them. Okay, so and it was a little challenging to pull the senior staff members to the library, but then ultimately they loved doing it. They did spend some time on the journal books. Some teachers even ended up reading all the 10 books, the long listed books, not just the shortlisted 3. And then they voted, of course. These votes, let me tell you, are not counted when I compile the count and I give it to the jury. These are adult votes. This is just for fun. This is just to have a larger adult reader community in the school. The adult votes don't count when I count the votes. This is just for fun and to bring them back to books. Yes, ma'am, we don't have time. It's difficult for us to come, but a little pressure and they say, okay, they can come. So this is Children's Choice Award that we talk about, that it's a fun voting process, and also, yes, it is counted. Everything, every vote is counted. They feel
Hi,
valued.
Ankita, just for a second. So there is some sort of disturbance again. So what we
Again?
do is like we will present the entire presentation from our end. So just you
Okay.
can talk to that.
I will stop. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Just a second. Our team will take it out.
Is it better now? I'm not sharing my screen.
Yes.
Better, Ankita. Yes.
Okay.
Is it visible?
Not yet visible, Miss Rosanna.
Okay.
Are we able to share, or should I try and share again?
I think Miss Rosanna is trying, Miss Ankita. Just see for another few seconds, then we'll take a
Alright.
call.
Okay.
So Ankita, let's go with you again. I think there is some sort of issue from our end as well.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Is my presentation visible?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes,
You
ma'am.
are.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm sitting very close to my Wi-Fi.
Kindly proceed.
Yeah. Okay. So, yes, this is it. All students from kindergarten to grade 6 are welcome to participate, but kindergarten, like PP1 to grade 1, can be a bit challenging. when it comes to reading aloud to them, they analyzing the stories, or they willing to vote, they would love to vote, but it might be challenging. Mostly what I've seen with grade 2 is they vote for the book that their friend voted for. So just tell them this is not how it goes. Each person has a different choice. You have a voice, you have a different opinions. What I like, you might not like. What you like, I might not like. So each person should think what they like from there, and then not the best friend, what she is voting for, I'll vote for the same thing. But it gets more and more, no, I will vote with my best friend's book. So till grade 1 this is happens, but grade 2 still understands, okay, this is my vote and very specific. Some children even want to hide their papers when they are writing. They don't want to tell which book they voted for. So then again, grade 4 and 5. Grade 6 is big enough to know what to do, what is right. But then my suggestion, you can avoid PP1, PP2 and grade 1 in this case. So if you want to go ahead with this, the Jarul people are still open for registrations of your school. You can email it to them. The email ID is on their website, jarulbookawards.com. Talk to them. They will give you a welcome kit kind of a thing. They will speak to you, guide you better, what link to follow, what to do, where are the books, where to source the books from. All the long list books are available on Amazon. They can easily be procured. There will never be an issue that you are running behind vendors to look for the books. They're easily on Amazon, and 1 week they should be in your library. Another benefit I saw after doing this, that in my third year of doing this Child Book Awards, children started asking, if we have been doing these awards for so many years, where are the other books that have won or were part of long and short list in the library? So they are more curious to know about the other previous year's picture books also. So now these pictures books have also become very famous, and children are regularly going back to those books. So it is not 3 years of doing this. It is not a notion of grade 4 or 5
Your voice
anymore
is
that
breakdown, madam.
Voice is break again.
again, I don't know what to do. I'm so close to my Wi-Fi. So sorry.
I think
can
So
give me
continue.
1
should I
second.
continue?
Yeah.
Should I carry? Okay. So I sometimes go back to the previous year's books. I take them out, I show it to them. And after so many read alouds of Jarul books, they finally know who Priya Kurian is, and who is Nandini Nair. And these two names they never knew. We only read Harry Potter. We only read Enid Blyton. They hardly knew like the Indian authors. But now I'm so proud of my students. They can tell me they love Priya Kurian books. So yes, that is one. And about picture books that do not have text, like wordless picture books also they want to go back to. So my 3 boxes full of Karadi books, Tulika and Pratham books are more in circulation now as compared to before, when Charul Awards were not happening in the class. Okay, some challenges I faced here is, number one, teachers or the leadership, they run short on time to come down to read books and participate in such kind of awards. But a couple of them, if they do it, then obviously the word of mouth will spread that it's something interesting and we can take a break and go to the library and do it. It's a pressurizing job being teachers, obviously, but it's just a very calming environment in the library. You read some fun picture books and vote for them or judge them according to what you think about them. And it's a sight to see when children and teachers sit together and talk about illustrations in a particular picture book. It really warms my heart that they are actually talking not about Harry Potter, but about a Karadi Tales book. It is very nice to see. So my complete vote to Jarul Book Awards. If you are really willing to do this, please do this year on year in your classes. And any questions that you want to ask me about anything about Jarul, or if you have done something like this in your class, something like this or this particularly, you want to provide suggestions to me, please, you're most welcome. A couple of things I might have missed while speaking so much right now. but I'll come back to it. Yes. Are we done, or can we carry on for another 10 minutes?
We can. Ms. Ankita, yes, you may.
Okay.
Hello?
Yeah, I want to go back to certain things, and this one. Why we do this? Yes. We do this simply because there are a lot of parents who do their PTM with the librarian also nowadays, and they are finding it very challenging to bring their children back to books. There are book fairs in the school, they visit the bookstores, but the children refuse to read any kind of book at all, because somewhere they think it's not happening from the school, or the parents themselves are so busy, whatever, they work and they have Kindle. So it gets difficult to bring children back to books, and especially the picture books. So I have been looking for something exciting, something interesting that should bring at least little interest in children, that yes, I want to read this. What is so special about this book that it has a silver color or golden color stamp and it won an award? And then they asked me to read it aloud in the classroom, which is again a fun thing. So I could find, that is my finding after a couple of years of doing this, that children are interested. Some interest I could develop in them, that they want to read books. Particularly, they might have heard some kind of an award. Yes, I want to read that particular book. Also, all the winning books I have displayed on my wall in the library. So when they pass by that wall, they have their eyes on it. Oh, which is that book? I have not heard about this. Can you read that first? There is that book. I want to explore more award-winning books. So that is a cycle now. They want to read, and then parent again comes back to us and say, yes, there is a little change, and they are interested in borrowing picture books now. And they want to read and reread the picture books. That's one. Voting experience, please make it very nice for them. Children love to vote. Tell them why it is important. It's just the beginning of their life, and they are voting for the books. After 18, they'll be voting for the government. Each vote counts, each conscious vote counts. It's not just a fun thing. You do it and it is trashed out after the voting is done. No, it is counted and sent. So please tell that to them. It is very, very important. Reader community, these communities are becoming lesser and lesser around me, particularly, I'm sure around you also. So I wanted to build something like that in our school. Barring some teachers, I cannot say that we all are readers, or I are able to take out those 15 minutes from our day to read. Not big fat books, but maybe simpler fun books. So this is my way. Even parents come back to me and say that my son was talking about something called, is that a kurkurkumba, or no is a good word, or the homework. All these have been Jarul books. They sound like nice books. Can we also read them? During PTM, parents have been sitting in the library reading these particular picture books because the child was so excited to tell them about the books once he went home. There are few children who do that, but when they do, it is impactful. The parent wants to come back during PTM and tell you that my child remembers the stories that you have been saying. Can we also read those books? Because he mentioned the pictures were very nice. So it's not just the students and the teacher leadership we are building. It's the parent also who is coming back to us. We also want to read that book. Sounds very interesting. One parent wanted to read Gruffalo. I don't know why. It has never been a part of the Jarul Book Award. It's written by Julia Donaldson. But somewhere he heard that name and came specially to library just to read that picture book. Because my son mentioned it to me. It's an amazing book. Some couple of years back. So there is an impact. Little things that we do, there is an impact. And picture books upbring, they do wonders to the child, and then obviously it trickles down to everybody. Yes, please involve teachers, leadership. Also, what I do is, if one teacher, or I pester my vice principal and my principal to please come down for 5 minutes and read that one Jarul book. I take pictures of them and I start posting in the main school group. this is one trigger for all the other teachers. Oh my God, if principal can take out 5 minutes to read those books, why can't we? And then there is a huge footfall in the library. I can see many, many teachers coming down to read those journal books and vote for them, just because I posted picture of the vice principal reading and voting, or the principal reading and voting. So this is something that I do to, encourage more and more teachers. See, you can also do that. So that's how everybody gets involved. Maybe for pictures, yes, on the group, but then ultimately they were here and they were reading. So yeah, this is it. This was about my journal book. Something else also I wanted to talk about. I'll take another 10 minutes quickly. I'll get done with this. Another thing that we do year to year. I have how much time do I have right now?
You still have another 10 minutes, Ms. Ankita. In case you want to share any other activity or any other way
Yes,
other than Jarul, you can kindly share.
I do that. This is one. This is called a Neve Reading Challenge. It is basically for grade 5 and 6, but enthusiastic children. There are so many of them in the library that all of them want to participate, but I need to do some capping of the number of students. I can't be having everyone participating in this challenge. So I take only grade 6, not grade 5, because grade 5 is involved in the Jarul voting and jury. So I take grade 6 for this Neve Reading Challenge. So Neve Reading Challenge has originated in Bangalore. It's an academy. And they have this every year again. So these two activities are repetitive. We can do it year on year. And it's fun. So the Neve Reading Challenge is a set of 30 books to be read in a span of 3 months. And it is just 3 months before the Neve Literature Festival in Bangalore. So the 3 months, 30 books to be read by a team of 3 children. So we have a lot of teams that have to register with the librarian, and I, being the reading guide, I register these names on the website of Neve Reading. Again, permissions to procure those 30 books. They are not picture books, and some of them are Indian, some of them are not Indian. They might be around 500 rupees, 700 rupees. So if you get permission to procure these 30 books, I suggest have 2 copies of each book. So we have 60 books in hand. So 60 children easily can participate because they need to read, return, and borrow a new one. So in a span of 3 months, they read the 30 books. At the end of 3 months, during somewhere in the middle of August, they have their quiz about each book of Neve that they have been reading for the past 3 months. And if they pass on the first quiz, they go on to the second quiz. If they win the second quiz also, then the final destination is the Neve Academy in Bangalore to attend their Neve Literature Festival. So this is a shortcut of the Neve Reading Challenge. It can be a bit challenging when it comes to grade 6 and the 30 books. Some children are very keen, they love to read, but this is how I cheer them up. This is the information that we stick on the boards, that it's not just an Indian reading challenge. Lot of countries all over the world, students participate, and non-participants can cheer for the participants. And obviously, a mail is sent to the parents informing them that they will be receiving regular emails about author interactions. So 10 author interactions over a period of 1 month, in the month of July to August. Same authors who have written these Neve books. So 10, some Indians, some not Indians. Children love attending their online author sessions. It's very, very informative, and they can also share their questions, their queries if they have from the author, and it's taken up during that online session. So these are my bachas who have been participating. This is last year's picture. These are all Neve books. So this is some work goes behind this if you want to get into this Neve Reading Challenge. It's an Excel sheet, each person's name and the team name, what books have they borrowed, what books have they returned, all class wise it's done. Parent email IDs consolidated in one place so that's easier to communicate with them, not hunt for their email IDs. So this has to be handy at all times for the entire 3 months because children come, return, borrow these new books anytime. So it's a competition between the teams. And when they sit together, it's an open quiz. So this is my current board, how my board looks like right now in the library. These 30 books are divided into 3 levels. Easy reads, just the right for your age are these ones, and little difficult. We have all sorts of readers. Some only choose easy reads and just right. Some only want to go with the difficult ones. So we mix and match and make a team accordingly because a team of 3 cannot be having all the readers of the same level. All cannot be reading the same easy reads. So 10, 10, 10, 30 books are divided like that. And these are the information about the author interaction, the timing, the dates and everything. This is all for children's information. Whenever they come to the library, they have it in handy. So I recommend that whatever book they are reading, for example, this is the current book, Fox Goes North. They maintain a book with them and write some notes, some thought that they got while they were reading a book, some question they have for the author, something that they think could have been changed in the story. Some character that really hit hard. Okay, this is a main character, or not the main character, but very important. Whatever thought they have in their mind, I ask them to write it down then and there because anything in the quiz can come up and you should be able to answer. And more than that, when you are reading a book, it's better to consciously read the book and not just for fun and do the quiz. If you are comprehending everything that you are reading, that is when you are reading. This the top one is picture of the quiz when it was happening. It happens on a Saturday for 1 hour. 30 questions are to be answered. It's something like an open book quiz, but we don't have so much of time to look for the answers in the book. So it's usually these books are not touched much. These are the pictures of last year. So this is the team that qualified the first round of quiz and they went to the second round of the quiz, which happened 5 o'clock in the evening. So they had to attend online from home. So they could not qualify the second round also. They could not go to the Neil Literature Festival, but they received their certificates because they cleared the first round of quiz and reached the second round. You are a novel night and this very ecstatic, excited children. And the best part, because they all were reading the same book and part of the same process of the reading. Everyone was so happy for these 3 kids, the entire team, that you represented our school and well done. The questions were difficult, still you could make it to the second round. Everyone cheered them on and was so happy for this team that yes, from our school, they were the ones to do it. So that was quite heartwarming for me to see these children, the smiles on their face. The parents came out to it. It's an amazing, brilliant thing that you have been doing. My child has been reading so much, never seen them reading so much in our lives and all of that. Challenges, yes. The first challenge is children sometimes want to quit in between. They cannot carry on reading the same, the Neve books only during their 3 months. They want to read something else also. Sometimes it gets overwhelming for them that, ma'am, I want to read Harry Potter now or some fun book. I can't do this anymore. So yes, they quit in between and the remaining team members of the team are left somewhere in between. They don't know whether to continue or not. So that is one challenge I faced because everybody who registered in the month of June does not go on till the end of August. A lot of children leave in between. So that is the one major challenge that I face when I do this Neve reading challenge. But yes, they have the liberty to leave, but then the other children, 2 children, don't know what to do. They look for another teammate in some other class or figure out a way to somehow read the 30 books on their own, the 2 of them. So that's one challenge. Anybody would like to let me know if how can I tackle this challenge, please, most welcome. Or if you have been doing some reading challenges in your place or your library, do let me know. I would like to have that in my library as well. Yeah, so this was something short. Yeah. This is Jarul Book Awards. Please go to the Instagram page. They are updating their long list and not short list, the long list every day, elaborately, the writers, the authors, the book names, what's the book all about. Procure them if you want to go with Jarul Awards. Please start doing it now because the long list is out and you want your children to judge the long list, start doing it right away. Yes, so I think I'm done here.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Ankita. I would like to invite Ms. Rosanna. Rosanna,
Hello.
over to you. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a lovely presentation.
रोजाना मैंने
But
मीटिंग ऑफ चैट थैंक यू
So
तो अभी
very-
कहाँ जा रही है या अभी आई है
it was very informative. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
everyone, hi, I am Rosanna Elizabeth Roy from Library Solutions, powered by Central Books. And I would like to introduce you to a few books from our special collection. So are you able to see the screen?
Scrolling. Yes.
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Yes. So this is a set of reference and general knowledge books for curious students. So at Library Solutions, we work closely with schools to build library collections that are practical, engaging, and relevant for today's learners. And in this set, we have included books that are aligned with CBSE, ICSE, IB, Cambridge, and other curricula. And they are aligned with different age groups as well. So,
Miss Rosanna, we are not able to hear you. Your voice is breaking.
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, so in the previous session, some of the books that I introduced, they include encyclopedias, dictionaries, and word search, reference books, and then they discuss different themes such as history, geography, technology, nature, space, and much more. So they help students to build a strong foundation in different subjects while encouraging them to ask questions, explore ideas, and develop research habits. So I wanted to introduce you to two more books from the collection. So this is 100 Easy STEM Activities, and it introduces young learners to STEM, STEAM. So that is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. And it has hands-on activities, creative challenges, and age-appropriate problem-solving tasks. And this kind of books encourage curiosity, creativity, and critical thinking, making it a very valuable addition to early years and primary school library collections. So let me introduce you to another book. It is an encyclopedia on inventions and discoveries. So this traces the history of major inventions and discoveries from early tools and ancient civilizations to scientific breakthroughs and space explorations through engaging and child-friendly explanations. So we have carefully curated them so that they are age-appropriate, easy to understand, and also very engaging to students. And they feature clear diagrams, glossary, and fascinating facts, making it an excellent reference resource for school libraries and young learners who are curious about history, how the world evolved, and what shaped the present world that we live in. So these things are discussed in this book. And so if your school is looking to strengthen its non-fiction section, we'd be very happy to help. Library Solutions offers this curated bundles of books at a affordable price, and we can also recommend books based on your specific requirements, that is the age group of your students, the curriculum, and library requirements. And if you would like the complete list of curated titles, or want to know more about this collection or the others that we do,
Miss Rosanna, your voice is breaking. We're not able to hear you.
Ma'am, your access is breaking, ma'am. We can't able to listen.
so should the presentation. So these are our contact details, but you can also reach out to us. So am I more clear now?
Yes, you are. Kindly proceed. Miss Rosanna, you would like to add? Miss Rosanna?
So, Bhavna, I think there is some issue. So we can
I
continue from here.
understand. Okay. So I would really like to thank Miss Rosanna for the book recommendation. Any question and answers? We are open for it now. I can see.
Yeah. So before
Oh,
that,
hi, you're back.
so
Okay.
before that,
Would
I
you
just
like to
want
continue,
add,
Miss Rosanna?
Yeah, sorry. So I would just like to add that our collection includes award-winning titles which are curated from the Parag Awards, the Nebula Awards, etc. And so do reach out to us. We would be happy to share our catalog with you and discuss how we can support to develop your library. So that's all. And yeah, please continue, Miss Ankita. Thank you so much.
so,
Thank you,
Hi,
Miss Rosanna.
Ankita.
Yes.
so
Ankita,
one second.
Divya here.
Hi, Divya.
Divya,
Hi.
one second.
Ankita, I
Yeah,
had a
just-
question.
Yes.
You spoke about the process for Jarul. You said you take 10 titles before,
Yes.
and a jury of 5 students from each section, so around 45 students.
It is a capping from the Jarul side that we, for the jury, we need to take only 40 students, not more.
Okay. But how many copies of those 10 titles do you acquire so that you can?
2 copies for each book, so total in 20. Because all at the same time, they won't be able to come back to the library and spend those 5-10 minutes reading that book. And if at all I'm running short on books, even after having the 20 books, I suggest they are large picture books. They can sit together on one table, read it together, and then have their own judgments on the list that I give it to them.
Okay. And how do you select these students on the basis of your reading habits?
Very
They're
few
volunteers.
they are volunteers. I don't handpick them. It's not fair if I handpick them. So they are mostly volunteers. If 8 to 9 children are volunteering, I know which ones volunteered last year also and last to last year also. So barring them, the new ones, I pick them.
Okay. Thank you.
Most welcome.
Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Hi, this is Veena from Hyderabad.
Hi, Veena.
Actually, I want to know the books for grade 1 and 2. In our library, we have these Bubbles books, Fitzroy books, and Funny Phonics reading books, actually. So I need you to suggest few more books so that I can buy and give to grade 1 and 2 students.
Grade 1 and 2 love to listen to Eric Carle and Julia Donaldson. That has been my observation. So I make sure that I have Julia Donaldson all the books. They are picture books and they are very, very funny and entertaining. and the pictures are just brilliant. And also Eric Carle, because most of them have already read The Hungry Caterpillar, so they are aware of who can the author be. And then in continuation, many other books for grade 1 Eric Carle has. So these
Eric
two
Carle,
authors you have to
uh,
have in your library.
yeah, we have few books of Eric Carle, but still any other books apart
Yes,
from
there is one author called Oliver Jeffers. Please make
Oliver.
sure you have all his books. Also, we have an author called David Williams. Not
Could you please
his,
ping in the chat if you don't mind so that I can make a note of the authors.
I should write my chat. Okay, I'll do that.
So that I'll make a note of the authors.
Okay,
That's fine. If you
okay,
chat, it will be helpful for me.
okay. Anything else?
Nothing. Thank
Okay.
you.
I'm open to suggestions also. Please, if you would like to
Any
suggest
other
something that I can
question?
do better,
Yes.
yeah.
Any other questions are welcome. Previously, I can see Miss Sajita's hand also raised. She's not visible now. Miss Sajita, if you can hear me, please come and ask your question.
Good evening, all. Myself, Sajita. I'm from National Public School, Bangalore. This is regarding the Jarul Award, which she, Miss Ankita has mentioned. How can we procure that? Do they send to the books by post, or how the procurement happens?
Ma'am, you can make a list of those books. 10
Yeah,
books of
excuse me one
all.
second, the 10 long list which you have mentioned, no? That is, is it mainly for the primary children like class 2, 3, 4 like that?
No, it's not like that. They are easily available on Amazon. You can have
Okay.
those ordered from Amazon. And these are they are easy reads, they are picture books, but some are with deeper meanings. So, not for grade 2. This can go up to
Okay.
grade 6 also. Even they enjoy these picture books.
Okay, then how do we select the children? Suppose a book by name A should go to class 2 or 3. How should we select the children based on the book type? Is my question. Suppose a
Ma'am,
book by name A, which according to me it can go for 2 or it can go for 3, but it actually it can be read by class 4. How do we know that?
Okay, so for reading aloud, I choose all the 10 books of long list for grade 4, 5, and 6. But for
Okay.
grade 2 and 3, I choose only 3 books when the short list comes in the month of October. Only those
Okay.
3 books I read aloud to everybody across grade 2 to grade 6 again. So that is
Okay.
easier for them to vote because everybody votes after October. But long list, you're not supposed to read aloud for everybody because grade 2, 3 might not be able to understand. And it's not even
Okay.
required because they are not voting for the 10 books. They are voting for only 3 books out of the 3. So
Okay,
reading
then
aloud
all the children,
3, yeah.
all the children are, you are reading aloud to the entire class, right?
Yes,
So all the
yes,
children can vote, right?
yes.
Or why selected number of children are voting?
Ma'am, those selected number of children are the jury who are going to judge
Okay.
the long list of 10 books, not the
Okay.
3 books. Yes.
Okay, understood. Because
That's for grade 4.
every year we get every year through the school community, librarian group. I am seeing that, but so far I have not enrolled for that. So I thought of enrolling now my children this year. That's why I have a doubt. That's why I clarified.
Okay.
Okay, then so all the children should. One more second. All the children should attend the the quiz which is going to be conducted after the reading, right?
Ma'am, the quiz is for the Neve Reading Challenge. It's for grade 6.
Okay.
Jarul does not have a quiz. The Jarul has, in the end, a voting process, which everybody votes across grades from 2 to 6.
So, do they send any feedback questionnaire so that the children will, answer?
No, ma'am, nothing like that. There's
Then
no
how
question.
so only the stars or whatever they are giving, depending upon that, the rating happens.
So those stars is given by those 40 children. That's the jury, and they judge the 10 books.
Okay.
After it's shortlisted to the best 3, then children vote for their favorite out of the 3. Then finally, the one book wins, which the announcement is done somewhere in the middle of January next year.
Okay, let me explore this year in my school and I'll get to know more about that. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so I request everyone to please fill the feedback form. And there is one last question. Miss Nikki was raising her hand. Miss Nikki, can we have your question quickly?
Sorry.
Thank you for calling out. It was actually someone else's query about the Jarul book. We've been doing this for the last 3 years or more. I've been involved for the last 3 years where we
Where
do
is
the
the
Jarul
feedback
voting
from?
in our class, in our school, sorry. And what we do is for the long list, we usually only take the higher grades, like grade 4, 5, maybe grade 3, depending on the books actually. And for the short list, we usually go up to grade 2 and sometimes grade 1 because last year's books were simpler comparatively. So we did involve grade 1, but they were not voting because we weren't sure if they would vote on the right aspects that were required. But what we did do when we did their voting was we also took a reason for the vote for choosing the best book, actually, to understand why they've chosen what book they've chosen. It was an interesting perspective that we really got to understand what was intriguing for the children or what they were enjoying about each of these books that they have selected to win. So that is something interesting for librarians to always do. So if anybody would like to kind of integrate into their voting, if they're planning on doing the Jarul this year.
So because I could not find a picture of my previous chart paper, I could not include in my PPT. But yes, we did it last time. I had a big chart paper on the board and I wanted everyone to write why did they choose that particular book and what made them, love that book so
Exactly.
much.
And I think it brings so much joy to the librarians when they read those because you
Yes.
kind of really see where their thought process is going and what is kind of igniting that love for that book.
Yes. Yes.
So I think it was so rewarding for us as the librarians to kind of read those comments more than the voting, which was great, of course, because Jarl required that.
Yes.
But I think the reasoning behind the choice was really rewarding for us. The voting was a fun part for the kids, and the reasoning was the rewarding part for us.
Absolutely, it was. I just missed the picture. I don't know where was that chart papers picture. I couldn't find it even in my Google Pictures. Else I would have included in the PPT
Yeah, so
also.
we had done it on small voting slips itself,
Okay.
wherein they could tick. We had the three book covers. They
Hmm.
could tick whichever one they selected to make it simpler, and like you said, so nobody double votes. We put their name on there as well, even
Hmm.
though that was only for us to know that there were no double votes.
Yeah.
And a reason at the bottom. But this
Okay.
year, what we're planning to do is because we are doing the long list already.
Hmm.
We will when the school commences. Actually, we've ordered the books already.
Hmm.
Is that we want to put the book covers on the wall, and maybe they can put post-its underneath that. After writing it, so it's a little more interactive for them. It's more people will be more interested. The kids are more interested to join when there's a fun element to it. So instead of doing a poster, we're thinking of doing post-its under the book covers and kind of making it a little interactive to understand what the whole process in their mind is, how they're going through it.
Thank you, Nikki. I think I'll do that this time. This time.
I think it's just a fun
All
interactive.
right.
I don't know how well it'll work, but fingers crossed.
So we can try.
Yes.
So I would like to actually, conclude this session. I would really like to thank Central Books and Librarian team for supporting today's session. It was really inspiring and informative. Thank you, Ms. Ankita. Special thanks to you for sharing your enriching experience with us with Jarul Book and Neve Literature Festival. Thank you so much. I request each team member here, those who are there in the meeting, kindly fill the feedback form or fill the poll. Please. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Central Books. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you very much, madam.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was so informative. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The session was so informative.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, ma'am.
Thank you.
Hello. Hello.
Ma'am, you want to say something?
Hi, yes, ma'am. Can you please suggest me?
Ma'am, your voice is cracking. I can only hear. Can you please suggest me?